Hello YouTubers! What we are going to do tonight is we are going to print and cut some Christmas tags from some scrapbooking paper. Scrapbooking paper is another one of those things that's so pretty and you want to buy it all, but I'm not a scrapbooker. So I was like, what can we do with scrapbooking paper because it's so pretty and we can actually use it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to print and cut on 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper and make these gift tags for Christmas. Now these two files along with a cut file will come free on the webpage, and then so you can download them and use them to make your own gift tags for Christmas. So what we did is we're going to print on the white side, and then the pattern is going to be on the back. So let me just show you what you need. Alright, like I said, we're going to print and cut on 12 by 12 paper. I have a wide format printer. It's a Canon Pixma. I picked it up on an Amazon Prime Day for like 120-ish bucks. It's not my everyday printer. I have a cheap HP for that. But it's really nice to have if you ever want to print something other than 8.5 by 11 inch paper. So it can print up to 13 by 19. So it's kind of fun to have. I wouldn't recommend it as your everyday printer, but it's fun for fancy projects when you do need it. If you don't have a wide format, you can do this on regular 8.5 by 11 inch paper. All you're going to need to do is make sure that you have single-sided scrapbooking paper. The first set I bought off Amazon was printed on both sides, so don't do that. But any scrapbooking paper will work. Like I said, this is 12 by 12. 8.5 by 11 will work too. I'll leave a link up to where this is on Amazon, but you can also, any of the craft stores has all sorts of scrapbooking paper. But just make sure, like I said, it's single-sided. We're going to print on the back side, the empty side, and then the scrapbooking side is going to be our pretty back side. And then I highly recommend a well-loved mat. This is the poor well-loved mat. It's been on the channel quite a few times now. Paper will stick to a new mat and come off and tear. Exhibit A. Well-loved mat and then painter's tape. It makes working with paper so much easier. And then you can put some decals on the back. So this is just regular adhesive vinyl. If you want to put something on the back. And for the life of me, I cannot manage to get the color and the patterns to all come in harmony. I think they look good in my brain and they never do. So, but you can put some decals on the back if you want to add a little more color flair to your gift tags. So, let's go set this up in the software. Alright, so we're in Silhouette Studio, and this is one of our files already brought in. Now, I'm going to cheat and give you the studio file for free, but I'll also give you the PNG file and the SVG file if you want to set it up in the software yourself. When you download the file, I'll give you the studio one, and then I'll give you these two are the PNG files, and then this is the SVG file. So this is what we're going to print, and then this is what we're going to cut. So you would do, this is file and merge, and we would hit OK, and that would bring in our PNG file because it doesn't have a white background around it. If I were to pull in a JPEG, it would. So file and merge, and then the SVG file. So these are print and cut, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab both of them together. Going to go over here to the transform panel and hit the bullseye, and it'll put them one over the other, and you can come in and double check real quick. See, this one's up a little bit high, so if you see around here it's up a little bit high, so make sure you just have the cut layer, and we're gonna squish it just a little bit. And then I would group these guys together. I think this is already grouped. So these are our tags. Now you can use any tag and cut file you want to. You do not have to use the ones I give you. But this is just so that you can, I like to give y'all free files when I can so y'all can follow along. But you can use any tag and file you want. So we are in Cameo cutting mat. It's a 12 by 12 mat right now. We're going to go over to our registration marks, and we're going to turn them on. and they will turn on in each corner. And since our media is at 12 by 12, so are our registration marks. And go back over to the page setup, and we're going to show print border and show cut border. Now this one is giving me 8.5 by 11 because we haven't set up our printer yet to print 12 by 12. So that is why. But you want to keep everything out of the gray. And I'm just going to copy and paste. We'll just make 4. But you could squish them down and make as many as you could cram in here if you wanted to. And nothing too close to any of your registration marks, and nothing that looks like them, because the machine can accidentally read them and not the actual marks, which can cause you problems. Also, this can be done in any of the Cameo machines, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we're going to go to Print. We're going to go to Preferences. Now, if you'll see up here, these are all my printers. I have my Canon selected, and we're going to Preferences, and see right here it wants to say 8.5 by 11. So we're going to go to Custom, and I'm going to put in 12, and we're going to do that again, 12 by 12. I hit Enter accidentally. So we'll hit OK, and we'll hit Apply, and see now our print marks went out to the right spot. So all we have to do now is go File and Print. So let's go put our scrapbooking paper in our printer, and then we can print. Alright, so we have my scrapbooking paper on my printer, and for this printer I printed with the print side facing up. So the white is where it's going to print, and it's going to go through the printer. Make sure that you're going to print on the right side. Sometimes you need to do a tester just to double check. Alrighty, so it's all printed out. So this is the back, and then this is our front, and these are our 4 gift tags. Now the blue lines did not print out because we had them set to a point of 0. So you can see them on the screen, but they won't print. I'll double check. I'll double show you that when we go to cut them. So also on this specific paper, it comes with this white border at the bottom. I did cut that off. So, and I'm going to tape it. Make sure not to tape anywhere close to your marks, because like I said, you don't want the machine accidentally reading your tape as marks, so just be careful with that. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. Our blue lines, our SVG file didn't print because it is 0 point. If I gave this a weight value up here, if I hit the up arrow and gave it a weight, it would print and we would see it. This weight is 0. You can see it on here, but you're not gonna see it on any of your printing, which I really like. So in theory, this is where the Cameo will cut. Now, just like everybody else in the world with print and cut, it normally behaves well for me, but yeah, it can be a pain too for me. I would not recommend doing the most precise cutting in the universe with this guy, because sometimes it will just cut off and weird and funky. It does it for me too, so don't feel bad. You are in good company. So we've kind of cheated here. These are PNG files, so they don't have any cut lines, and the SVG files are already set up for us. And other print and cut applications, you may have to trace and things like that. So we are doing regular cardstock, plain cardstock, auto blade, or actually I just have the ratchet blade in there, cut, and then so we'll do a blade. I'm doing a blade of 4. I turned it up 1. We'll overcut. It doesn't really need it though. So what's going to happen is we're going to put it in the machine. It's going to read these. It's going to read this one, that one, and then come over here to read this. And then in theory, it'll all cut it out perfectly. So we're using the Cameo 4. So this is just a regular ratchet blade set to 4. And then we have the adapter put in there too. And then the biology book is over there. So this is a physics book. But anyway, something I like to have the textbooks just to make this a little bit more even. Probably not 100% necessary with this, but with a built-in roller, it just sits up higher. So I really like having a book or something under there to make this level. We're going to hit send and pray. So you just pop them out. My blade's a little dull, so it doesn't it doesn't really want to cut all that well. But we did pretty good. Nothing too funky. And it's really that easy. We have made some pretty fancy gift tags. You can also make a lot of them if you made them smaller, and you could pop these out in probably less than an hour. You could have some really fancy ones. You could also, if you didn't want to write, you could type in names. This is also a really good excuse to go buy more scrapbooking paper because it's also pretty. But anyway, I hope this kind of helps give you another idea to do with print and cut bigger than just 8.5 by 11. So if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I will do my best to help. Thank you so much for watching.